Most people treat aperture like a simple camera setting. It is not. It's the moment you decide what stays sharp in your images and what fades into silence. As I prepare to leave Canada, this question keeps rising. What deserves my focus right now? What can finally soften? Big transitions create noise. Clarity becomes rare. Aperture offers a way to bring it all back into focus. I'm at the beginning of a major life change, location change, and early retirement. Stepping into a quieter chapter of life with more intention and more room to breathe. It feels right to begin this journey at the very beginning, like my photography, with the very basics. Before we move into deeper concepts, I want to start with the fundamentals. Aperture Priority mode. Look for the letter A or AV on the mode dial on the top of your camera. When you turn the dial to that mode, the camera manages the shutter speed for you. This allows you to choose the aperture or how much of your image you want to remain in focus. This one decision shapes the entire mood of your image. It decides what stays sharp and what gently fades. For many beginners, this is the moment when photography starts to make sense. Aperture lives inside the lens. It's a physical opening that allows light to pass through the glass and reach the sensor. When the opening is wide, the lens uses a small f number. When the opening is narrow, the lens uses a large f number. Here are two examples of how depth of field will affect your image. The first shot is with a wide aperture of 2.8. The other shot is with a narrow aperture of f16. See how the settings affect the overall feel of the image and what remains in focus. It feels reversed, but it becomes familiar quite quickly. Simply put, the small number means big opening. Large number means small opening. This relationship controls how much of the world appears sharp. It shapes brightness, it shapes blur, it shapes mood. This one idea can change the entire look and feeling of your photograph. Depth of field is the thickness of your focal plane and how much of your image will appear sharp. It is the space where clarity begins and ends inside your frame. A wide opening creates thin depth. Only a narrow slice of the world holds focus. Everything else drifts softly away. A narrow or small opening creates thick depth. Much more of the scene becomes clear from front to back. This thickness of focal plane shapes how the viewer sees your image long before they see composition or color. Depth of field becomes the structure that guides their attention. Distance is often more powerful than aperture. Move closer to your subject and the depth collapses. Even if you stop down with a smaller aperture, it remains thin because the camera is working in a tighter space. Step back and the depth expands. Even with a wide opening, you'll see more of the scene that falls into focus. It's a reminder that space between you and your subject carries real influence. Aperture, distance, and focal length. All three shape the image, but distance usually decides the final outcome. Aperture also controls brightness. Open wide, and the image brightens because more light reaches the sensor. Close down, and the image darkens as the opening narrows. In aperture priority mode, the camera will adjust the shutter speed for you, yet you'll still feel a shift in how the scene responds to light. It will also affect the amount of time the scene is exposed for, which could create blur in your images. Brightness shapes mood. Brightness shapes how the moment feels. It can soften a scene or make it more intense. Understanding this gives you a deeper control over the emotional feel of your image. Aperture also is a choice between isolation and inclusion. Shallow depth isolates the subject. It draws the viewer into a single point of meaning and lets the rest fall away. Deep depth includes the world around the subject. It invites the viewer to explore context and understand the full story. There are moments when you narrow your focus to one essential thing, and there are moments when you step back, widen your view, and let the entire landscape of your life come into clarity. Photography reminds us that clarity is chosen, focus is chosen, depth is chosen. Every frame is a decision on what matters and what can fall away. The same truth lies in life as you prepare for a new chapter. You decide what stays sharp in your world. You decide what softens. This is how direction forms. This is how a new life begins. If you want to learn more about aperture and depth of field, you can explore my ebooks on my website. They walk through each technique in a clear and simple way. The link is on my channel page under ebooks. Thank you for watching and subscribe if you find value here, and we'll see you next time.